groceries and told me they are, and I was like, oh my God. Wow, this is more than what I normally even get. And like I said, I was behind on some staples. And Rusty's like, there's a lot of boxes out there. And there really are. It's like all these boxes got to be carried in. Oh, it's all right. Yay. This is exciting. What do you think, Rusty? How are we going to...
Boxes on boxes.
Boxes on boxes. Here we go. We're going to be carrying boxes. Them all in. There are so many of them. Are these heavy ones or light ones?
These are light.
Special delivery. Yay. Rusty is that.
Yeah, there's those other. You want to bring in the other boxes?
I think I should. Yeah. This
your photos are better.
is what a haul should look like. So, I learned there are like 2 different genres on YouTube. One is called The Haul. Clearly you have the box store haul. And at some point I want to reveal to you what the box store is. And you can probably already guess. I love the box store. And I invite the box store to like sponsor our channel here because the box store has been with me longer than BD. I did not start buying from the box store until after BD, but I still buy from the box store where obviously I'm no longer buying from BD. But I've been with them since about when they started. I really want to go and do a lot of tours with my children. My children are very interested in how things are made and produced and the logistics of everything. I want to go on like their warehouse tour is what I really want to do with my children. My children love on box days, as we call it, when we get our boxes from the box store. I buy the majority of my groceries from here, just the ability to have it delivered. They have really high standards. They offer a lot of what I want. But as what Rusty and I were talking about of like, is it a haul video or is it an unboxing video? And I don't know. I don't really understand the difference of the genre. So I think we're calling it unboxing of the haul video. I eat this way because I feel the best when I eat this way because it represents some of my ethical values. So I also feel good when I eat this way. And most importantly, when I eat this way, I can eat whatever it is I want to eat, whatever amount I want to eat it, and not worry about gaining weight. And I love that. I was not happy being a calorie counter. I was not happy being a have-to exerciser. I like systems that are sustainable and that you follow very basic rules or guidelines that don't cut you off from the things you love and give you the freedom to kind of eat whatever your body is craving also and whatever amount it's craving. And as Rusty or anyone who knows me can attest, I love my coffee. I love my coffee and my cream. I love my full fat products. I love my chocolate.
Chocolate. I was gonna say, she better say chocolate.
So I eat a lot of chocolate, and I think a lot of people who would look at me and be like, how in the world do you eat that much fucking chocolate and you never gain weight? And I know some of you that are looking at me being like, you ain't the thinnest. And I'm probably not the thinnest right now. This office is probably not showing me to be my thinnest. But this is about as large as I get eating this way, right? Like I've not been exercising recently, and it's certainly not as thin as I get eating this way. But I love that there is now this very healthy, normal range that I fluctuate within eating this way, and it does not depend on me having to think about jack shit at this point, right? That I want chocolate, I eat chocolate. I want more coffee, I eat more coffee. The only thing I worry about in those categories, or even like baked goods type of thing, the only thing I have to worry about is whether it's gonna keep me up. There's the only limitation of when I cut myself off from chocolate and coffee or there's a certain point where I'd be like, I can't have that and I want it because I'll be tossing and turning all night long. But I'm never thinking ever these days, and it is so freeing. I can't have that because it's gonna make me fat. Just like there are some days where I feel like I eat so much and it just doesn't ever occur to me. I might be like, oh, I'm eating more, I'm not gonna feel good. But I'm never thinking I can't eat that because it's gonna make me fat, where I definitely spent decades of my life limiting what I ate amount-wise, limiting what I ate substance-wise or type-wise, and maybe even like just obsessing about it. I feel like if you're calorie counting, you are obsessing. I mean, you're numerically quantifying a thing and going into it, or like feel like denial. You know what I mean? Like going to someone's house and it's weird, and wanting, like I don't even want. I think because I get to eat what my body wants when I want it, I don't have these like built up cravings where I'm in denial at a party because I really want to eat the whole cake and I only get one slice. You know, I no longer want to eat whole cakes. But when I do, I bake a whole cake and I eat it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I'm like denying. And I felt like so much of my life earlier, you know, last time around when I was trying to go get what I wanted out there dating or love, you know, it was living in a world of denial to kind of create the body I wanted, and it was really hard work. And oh my God, I'm not someone who can necessarily eat that much. Rusty knows that, and I've already talked about that in other videos. But I can eat what would normally people be like, you can't eat any of that and be thin. And I feel like people are like, you still eat a lot of that, right? But when I was pregnant and nursing, oh my God, I eat so much, right? And that was fantastic. I also spent my whole life about like preparing food to like, I don't know, that's how I like, don't understand people who eat a lot, because I'm like, how do you just like manage the fact that you have to eat a lot? Because it's like, then when I felt like I was pregnant nursing, I was just always thinking about food. Where's my next meal from? When I start cooking it? When am I getting it? Is there going to be enough of it? You know? Whereas like most of my life, I don't have to think about that because I don't require that many calories. But thinking that, imagine if I was on a calorie counting system and I'm not somebody who needs that many calories, I mean, I really had to limit. If that was my method, I mean, it meant like to lose any weight or to manage my weight, it really had to have like very little calories, you know, because I already only had that many calories to play with when that was somehow the determinant of fat or not, you know, or heavy or not. And anybody who also knows, I did used to be quite large. So I'm not messing around when I tell you that my body used to have no problem storing extra weight, that I did have to calorie count, that I did have to manage. I'm not naturally one of those people that's like, oh, and then I never had a problem eating what everybody else eats and manage my weight, and now I happen to eat this way and my weight also happens to be the same. I'm telling you, there was a reason I was calorie counting or exercising, you know, religiously type of thing, is because if I didn't do that, my natural weight was not anywhere near what I wanted to be in terms of either the health I want or the body I want or anything that I wanted in life. And what I love now is it just feels like a gift from God that like I found a way that I can eat, that I don't have to think about it, that reduces cravings, allows me all my indulgences, has a substitute for anything, and I don't have to think about it. Oh my God, absolutely love it. All right, so here we are. Enough of that, and that will help us at least explain what we are going to find in these boxes.
Yay.
Of course, we are finding this in the very first box.
What is this?
This is, I always used to call it Mountain Valley water, but it's the Mountain Valley water. And I think this has to be a video all by itself on another day. You know, at this point you can just be like, yeah, she does seem to drink a lot of that water. So of course there's gonna be a lot of that water in my groceries. Normally it would be in its own box. It is very heavy. They packed it messily, but at least they gave it to me. The box store and maybe a large portion of California runs out of this. This is actually a thing that during the pandemic, I have experienced shortages in, and that is why I only really at this point create surplus or stock up on things after I personally had the experience where I haven't been able to get it when I want it. And I have had that issue with water. So at this point, when water is available, I buy water and I store extra water. I want to keep my talking points about this at the time, but there will be videos that I want to talk about why water is so important, why water is so important for your health, why water is so important for your energy levels, why water is so important for weight management. So whatever your goals are, I really think about it from a mathematical perspective of just quantitative load of how toxins are entering your body, and you can kind of think, what are you doing all the time? You're breathing, right? So there's a lot of toxins entering your body just by breathing. So I believe in air filters and all of that, other videos. The next thing you're doing is drinking water, or showering in water, or using water, or washing things in water. And water is like the ultimate absorber, and so it really does absorb all of those toxins and energies and everything. You really want to be drinking as much of your water to be really clean, loved water as possible. This is my current favorite brand, but we'll go into more of that another day. But I'll just tell you right now, if you can do one thing that's going to really change the quality of your physical life or experience, upgrade your water. All right, let's move. All right, I'm already here. This is gonna be another water box. So normally I only bought 3, but I think they're gonna be scattered throughout, and that's probably why this grocery order looks so large. It'll be a fun project. Yay, finally some food boxes.
All right.
Here we go, food boxes. Honestly, there's another water, like right underneath there. Ah. Sorry.
All right. You're like surrounded by boxes.
Oh, yay, food. Here, I don't know if Rusty can see that.
Oh my god.
This is what Rusty was kind of not in belief on this. He's like, did you mean to buy a flat of blueberries? And because he knows that sometimes when I send him to the grocery store, I'll be like, just pick out one thing of berries, you know, because the children have not been into them for a while. But the blueberries, we try to eat very seasonal, right? That's not, but we still do try to do it. It's seasonal and it's fun and it's a thing. So blueberries are now, I never even would have thought growing up here in California, I didn't understand that berries were seasonal. And it's only even recently I've been able to figure out their seasons. And yes, I know the internet exists and maybe I would have been able to do it, but it's kind of more fun to discover things naturally. And so I have now been able to how to tell from the box store website if the berries don't say they're from Mexico, then they're going to be by a local producer, right? Which means they're in season. So I've been able to just learn as if your blueberry bush was growing, like, oh my gosh, blueberries are enough in season locally. And so I started buying them, and I didn't buy them that much during the winter because I knew they were out of season. They don't taste good. I was kind of going off with taste. But now I've really learned that if the only sourcer of them is Mexico, it ain't in season, folks. It's in season in Mexico. But it means it's not in season here. And so again, this is Forbidden Fruit Orchards. My children have been obsessed with these. I like that it's a compostable thing. As everyone knows, I actually produce very little garbage. If you start eating this way, it's amazing. The sourcers and providers seem to care about so much else. The environment's not my largest cause. But you end up, when you pursue your passions, I often believe that you end up helping a lot of other people's passions. And so I think that's just this interesting thing. But their blueberries have been superb. This is the benefit of eating fruit in season. I grew up as a child being fed fruit that was awful, always in the wrong season. I mean, I remember like the taste of oranges, right? And not being able to be given the paradigm to understand, why does this orange taste awesome and this orange tastes awful, right? And now to be able to say, oh, because I was eating that orange in the winter and then my parents are giving me that orange in the middle of the summer. Out of season. Don't eat oranges in the middle of the summer. They're not good, right? And if you don't eat fruit when it's in season and when it's really ripe and really good, you're not going to love it. You're not going to understand that it is just as yummy as some of the best chocolate. We might need to retract that. I'm not sure. I love the best chocolate. But in any case, they had been pounding these blueberries. I bought a case because I thought we were going to be hanging out with some other people, is what made me take the risk of buying a case. And then it turns out during the past several long stretches with them, they have absolutely taken care of a case. And what I love about blueberries also is they're kind of a risk-free buy because people love frozen blueberries. My children love frozen blueberries. They love blueberries that we ourselves don't freeze, and they'll also eat blueberries that we freeze. So I don't worry about this having gone to waste. I don't like buying food that then nobody eats. But the blueberries are not going to go to waste because they've been pounding them. At some point they will get tired of them and we'll all need to move on, even if the season is not finished. But they can be frozen, and my children do seem to love frozen blueberries. And for anyone who doesn't, I mean, that can be like dessert. That's literally their dessert after dinner, is a bowl of frozen blueberries. They pack a huge vitamin C punch, and you would think I was giving them chocolate cake. I mean, they just love them. They're fun to eat. They're fun. This is like the banana slugs are living off of them, you know, the ones that get dropped. They are messy, the ones that are already
Blueberry
frozen.
slugs.
Dairy's better because it's not killing it. I think how you eat is really a balance of so many things. How you eat is a balance of so many things. Your values, your body needs, your education, your budget, and you've got to balance all of those things, right? And your education, how much you know about this stuff. So I try to stay highly educated, and I try to push my family and my children to do the best that we are able to do with whatever our means are or around us. And that's what I want everybody to do, is to just kind of like, I got here eating this way, which is a lot of you might be like, oh my God, that is so much information. I thought you said this was easy. That's where it started. It started of educating myself. So I was able to summarize it as GFGFO. Perfect. There's some areas where I try to demand more perfection than others, but it's just getting there. And it did not start off. I did not, on my journey of eating here, I did not wake up one day and that was not it at all, right? I read things. I started trying to substitute different products.
Eliminate bad stuff first, find alternatives.
Yeah, and for me to eliminate, I probably didn't eliminate shit until I found the product that was gonna replace that for me, you know, or until that craving went away. I don't do things the hard way, you know? And so I found my motivation, I found the education, the information I needed, and then I began the process of leaning into it, you know, and subbing things out, and every grocery order refining. It's refined, just like you see Rusty and I refine the things. I refined the groceries. I refined my restaurant orders. I refined and found the balance that was gonna work for all those variables I talked about. And everybody's balance, everybody where they're starting is different, where everybody ends up is gonna be different. And I want to hold a non-judgmental space where people can even be going for different things, but I'm gonna share with you what I know and where I am on my journey, and to let you know I did not get here in one day or one night or one anything, right? I had tummy troubles, I had weight problems, and this has been many decades of iterating and trying different people's suggestions and ideas and systems and everything, right? I have tried everything. I challenge you readers to put a diet in the comments below what comes beneath, that I have not tried, because I can tell you I have tried most of these systems. I have read most of those books, you know? And the thing that has now proved to be the most sustainable, the most easy to be teachable to my children, to be in accordance with my values, has been GFGFO. Read the book, it's available, written by me. Normally I'd be putting this away, but I'm gonna let Rusty do his own magic of putting things away, so I'm just trying to show you a few things. I got the large haul of groceries and food on this day, but I'm telling you, it's very hard to beat this much empty counter space, right? You saw that's where I gravitated to, that's where I went. It's inviting, the energy shifted, it's gonna be such a pleasure to clean and everything.
Yay.
And then my eyes go to all of my new food, right?
Yay.
And I didn't get to fully do all the boxes or anything like that, so even I'm like, sitting here being like, oh, it's so exciting, I got this, I got this. The children and I have been doing a lot more making of pizza, so I'm excited that I got pizza sauce again. I learned that the secret ingredient in a lot of sauces I like is nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
Giving it this flavor that's not salt, that's not garlic, that adds some depth and umami.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about being able to add that. I try, and then as Rusty has already said, oh my God, give me my hot sauce again. I was out of it. I love this. This is No Brothers Organic. If you were still using some of those non-organic brands, please swap.
No Brothers.
They have some stuff in it. Not this brand, but the non-organic brands that are traditional, that we've all been using our whole lives. If you grew up on hot sauce, you don't want to be using them anymore. Go organic, all right? Go with the thing that has no fillers, no chemicals to create that flavor. So Rusty and I, again, if it stays for dinner, we're going to be doing some hot sauce. It was a hot day. We were going to be hot saucing it. So, yay, I'm so excited. What's always interesting about the box stores, when I order these avocados, you never know whether you're going to get ripe avocados or unripe avocados. And so it seems like we have maybe a few that are even ready to eat on this night. I was hoping for the unripe avocados, so they would be, my avocado eater is Grayson. Taylor can handle about half an avocado. Grayson is my, I feel like I'm like showing off food there, but Grayson is my real avocado eater. I can handle like a few nights of avocado, and then I'm finished. I often end up giving some of my box to other people just because they're ripe. And Rusty, you go through your thoughts, because I have not this day.
All right.
We are going to show the best avocado hack that I invented. It does not exist on the internet yet.
It will
I can tell,
soon.
but it is soon. And we are going to make sure that this channel gets that credit.
Magical art of ripening avocados.
Exactly, because I have a trick that is better. You're all like, oh, it's going to be the brown bag trick. No. You're like, oh, it's going to be put the fruit in there. No. I got a trick that doesn't just ripen your avocados. I have a trick that gets your unripened avocados ripe and keeps your ripe avocados longer.
Yes.
I don't know it. I don't know how it works. All I know is I invented it. Maybe there's other people who invented it, but they haven't put it on the internet yet, so I think I get to claim that I'm gonna have invented it, right?
Yes.
And it is just like, it might be the life hack I didn't do in Starbucks.
Yes.
For, because other people that I have showed it to have now tried it. They're like, oh my God, you weren't making this up. It actually works. And I'm like, no, it actually works. I don't understand it. You can get ripe avocado. They ripens the avocados quickly. It gives them more flavor, and then it keeps them ripe. And I don't understand how it's not on the internet. I don't understand how like the avocado farmers themselves have not found this out. So at some point, we're just gonna keep building this life hack up because I have some ideas about life hacks and how we're gonna present them in videos. And it's pretty fucking funny. I mean, we're gonna bleep me out a lot, but but at this point, we might have to keep the avocado thing a secret a little bit longer.
Yes.
But these avocados might have to go in there so that I have some avocados when the children get here.
Yes.
Because these are a little bit more on the ripe side than I was expecting.
I know, I was surprised as well.
Yeah, because normally, most of the time, they give me the unripe avocados. Every now and then I get the ripe avocados and surprise, and then it throws off my planning and all that stuff. So I'm also just excited that I got more coffee filters. I'm budgeting those. And then I got coffee. I did not like running low on that. So that's gonna save me. The rest I want to talk a little bit about the layout here. I don't know if going into it right now. But I'm having moved the food away from there. I have a system where for the things I don't want to keep in bulk, but I never want to run out of, kind of like coffee or hot sauce or olive oil, I keep a certain number, and I like to be able to just visually look, like, oh, I finished it off, I need to order more.
Right.
So I just visually look at those tables real quick to know how much I need to prioritize putting in a grocery order or making it to the grocery store for the things that I don't get from the grocery store. So we've got to work on the layout here, not from a beauty perspective, but from a ensuring that I have that visual check real easy so that I don't have any surprises of when I'm running out of things.
Yes.
So, but this looks fantastic, and I'm so excited.
Yay.
So, I'm excited. Here, I am excited. Here we go. Oh my goodness. So Rusty does like fridge art, and here's where you can like really see the haul of what they're giving you. And here's that good culture, what we call the squeeze and sour cream that I was talking about. It's not my favorite, but the children like it and they enjoy squeezing it. And you can just see, oh my goodness. This is what I just love. I love the lime drinks. I feel like I messed it up, so I put my drink back in. And yay. Oh, we've got some like salad mix to play around with. I didn't even think about that. So yay, Rusty lay your groceries out nicely. It helps. It makes a difference. I'm so hungry. Oh, this little fruit basket Rusty did so nicely. With red pepper in there, and jalapenos in there, and oranges. So yay. I have a few things I need to clean up in here. You can see all of our blueberries there. Literally looks like a full fridge. Maybe some of you are used to a more full fridge. I suppose there's a little more room. As soon as my children get here, this amount of food lasts me like a month, right? It's supposed to start going bad. When my children get here, Rusty's here, it goes.
Yes.
It just goes. I feel like any of you who are feeding him, like, no, it goes. So those are the highlights there. Oh my goodness, I love the freezer. We need to work on our lighting in the freezer. When I moved here, there were like no lights in either the freezer or the fridge. And I'll tell you, as Rusty says, lighting makes a difference. So excited. Thank you, Rusty, for putting everything away, and which is not articulate what Rusty did. Right? He did art with a haul. That's what we're gonna invent, a new genre. The genre is not box opening. The genre is not haul. It's doing that and putting it away putting it away. Artfully putting it away, organizing it. I don't know. We're inventing a new hashtag here right now. We also just energetically we need more visual boxes to be happy here. So, all right. Oh my God. This is another one.
Oh my God.
This is hilarious. All right. So we'll make it through. Always
water boxes.